Guardians of the Galaxy. We can't say we've played a game with the Guardians.
Hey, Ultimate Alliance 3 was a thing?
Bro, shut.
Funny enough, this is the second game made by Eidos Montreal, who made this. They also made Deus Ex Human Revolution.
I never asked for this.
And Mankind Divided. Both fantastic games, one of which is memed to hell.
I never asked.
But back on track. On Peter Quill's 13th birthday, his mother Meredith gives him the element guns, left behind by his father, who left before Peter was born to fight a war. That same day, Chitauri warriors attacked the Quill household, kidnap Peter, and unfortunately kill his mother. Many years later, Peter becomes a mercenary named Star-Lord, leading the Guardians of the Galaxy, aka himself, Gamora, Groot, Rocket, and Drax. In order to make some money, the Guardians head into the Forbidden Quarantine Zone, established by the Nova Corps to store debris from the war, so they can capture a rare monster for Lady Hellbender. Lady Hellbender being a huge monster collector in his universe. A very, very huge, tall... But they are forced to flee the quarantine zone when Peter picks up a yellow gem.
Infinity Stone. Yeah, that's just a jelly bean. Winky face.
Okay. Where did the emoji come from? Okay. He accidentally releases an unknown alien entity which proceeds to tear apart the zone. The Guardians escape only to be intercepted by the Nova Corps patrol ship Hala's Hope, captained by Centurion Corell. That's a nice nod to a lot of Marvel fans if you know who Corell is from the comics. But in this game, she is Peter's ex-girlfriend. Corell detains the Guardians alongside Grand Unifier Raker, another one there, a lot of people may know, of the Universal Church of Truth, who was also caught trespassing in the quarantine zone, to search for his church's golden god. If you know who the golden god is, I will give you $1 mentally. While being processed, Peter also meets a young Nova Cadet Corps member named Nikki Gold. Once again, these are just names from the Marvel comics that are very amazing. Who happens to be Corell's daughter. Leading Peter to suspect that he might be Nikki's father. Corell decides to give the Guardians 3 cycles to pay a massive fine, which leads to a lot of that being they uncovering a mystery that happens to do with everything else in the game. Now I hope you guys stick around for what's about to happen. Alright. First things first, the soundtrack is very nostalgic. Has a lot of some 80s tracks and some 90s tracks that if you grew up in this era, you weren't listening to a lot of the tracks. They even made some new tracks specifically for this game, like my favorite, Zero to Hero. Unfortunately, I can't display all the music here or have it played in the background because I will get copyright strike, and you know, for copyright reasons, I don't want this channel dead in the first video of my new rebranding, which, you know, kind of would be very, very bad for this channel. Don't want to die immediately after starting up.
This is my copyright square. Don't copy me either.
While visually stunning, the characters look like off-brand MCU characters again. It is actually distracting and very noticeable.
Hey, it's Chris Pratt and Pave Bautista.
The game looks beautiful in some of the areas, and in some of the areas it can get really ugly, especially with some of the things that is currently happening. With the general presentation of an 80s sci-fi action movie in which it does look very good.
Yeah, Siffy.
Wait, what the fuck is Siffy? Anywho, The places and planets all look unique with some of its own flora and fauna, with some unique rocks and areas that you go to and visit. Even, a prison, some ships, and some highly questionable places like Lady Hellbender's base of operations. And some of the funniest moments in this game take place just on that bridge alone.
Does anybody have like a campfire song or something we could sing to kill the time? Ooh, I know one. It's called...
Please stop.
All right, yeah. Okay. Wait, is Please Stop the name of your song?
No.
Okay. So, how long before someone else wants to pull this thing?
We are 60 clicks from the fortress.
I'd say closer to 75.
Well, there is only one way to know for sure. 0.1 clicks. 0.2 clicks.
0.9, 2.1,
0.3 clicks.
4.5.
0.4 clicks. 0.5 clicks. 0.6 clicks.
For the love of Mark, stop counting clicks.
To Lady Hellbenders. The gameplay also takes control in some truly unique scenarios, speaking of, but the gameplay itself is, how do I put this? It's okay. It's not great. It's not perfect. It's not bad either. You only get to play as Star-Lord.
Yay! Zero to hero.
So, some people may get put off by that. With his element gun, he gains fire, ice, and wind. Oh yeah, and of course the regular stuff.
Wait, is he the Avatar?
Okay. All used for various reasons. He also has various upgrades that help out with gameplay. You also give commands to the other Guardians of which you can destroy many an enemy with.
Yeah! Hero to zero!
What? Okay. That being said, sometimes it's good to have a wholesome team that actually has all their attacks and upgrade. Or you can mistakenly just upgrade yourself like a, selfish person. My preference is upgrade your whole team before you just upgrade yourself, because it will help out with a lot of the later battles. Well, let's talk about it. The grind is kind of making it through the game without trying to find the annoyances in this game. It's not too hard, it's not too easy, but there are multiple scenarios, and when you do just run in a room, stop into the arena, and you shoot at multiple enemies and or creatures with guns or without guns, and the Nova Corps, because that's just fun sometimes. It does kind of start to get annoying when you shoot at something and it takes fucking forever just to die. Just to kill one enemy, you're probably going to be shooting at them and reloading consistently. And there are some ways you can take advantage of that by switching the element guns, but sometimes it still takes forever. At least you have your team just to help you out with problems like that, especially Gamora and Drax and Groot for holding in enemies, Rocket for adding extra firepower to the enemies' faces, and Gamora and Drax, I don't even have to say too much, but they take off a lot of damage for a lot of the enemies. There are situations that can make this game a lot harder too, especially when it comes to the multiple choices. Let's just say if you do not save a certain best boy, the situation for the later game will be harder for you, and it will not be pretty. Same thing with saving a certain multi-minded thing, but don't want to spoil that. I won't spoil that part of the game.
Costume. It's the best.
This game has a ton of Easter eggs, costumes, and many small little nuggets hidden through this game. Some of this made me giddy AF, not gonna lie to you, and surely enough, Marvel fans will be happy. There is some people that are there like Jack Flag, or to some little things that are hiding around and you'd be like, oh, I know where that's from. that's from this comic or from this. Or you can even visit the Collector's Museum and just see various things that if you are a true Marvel fan or an X-Men fan, or if you're any type of fan of Marvel, you could be like, ooh, I know what that is. That's greatness. I've seen that. I would love to have that in the game, something like that, or look at that DLC. There's legitimately a situation in one of the parts of the game where I'm trying to tell you, if they could make a whole DLC from it. Hopefully it would include the X-Men or the Earth people, as they call them. You know, like the Avengers, you know? But that being said, the Marvel universe is properly represented throughout this game, to the point where if you don't find something that you like about the Easter eggs and or collectibles and or other outfits from the Guardians, and something is wrong with you legitimately, I think you're lying. So after the Guardians discover a plot to take over the universe with faith, yes, faith, that faith.
Ah, yes, I hope the word of Stan Lee, my son.
Yes, I would love that very much. The Guardians turn to Lady Hellbender and manage to win her over to the side by subduing the legendary monster / dragon Fing Fang Foom for her. She distracts the church with her monster army, which leads to a absolutely, positively, legitimately cool moment.
I believe this is yours, Star-Lord. Are you gonna be okay?
That was just so...
Metal?
Yeah.
While the Guardians board the church's flagship, the Sacrosanct, the Sacrosanct, the Sacro, the Rosanct, the Roseanne Bar, Raker tracks the Guardians in an energy field, and Peter is able to enter Nikki's mind. With the help of Corell's spirit, who reveals Nikki is an adopted war orphan at this point, which was kind of a bummer. Granted, if you know anything about Nikki Gold, then you know that no, Peter is not her dad, and Nikki Gold is actually a Marvel character that you guys will find out if you read the comics, right? Peter convinces Nikki to accept Corell's death, freeing her from Magus, another comic book character that you guys should probably know about, while also unlocking her hidden powers. The Guardians kill Raker while Adam Warlock, aka Adam the God, aka Adam the Golden God, absorbs Magus back into his body, ending the threat to the church once and for all. As the galaxy celebrates being freed from the church's brainwashing, the Guardians take their leave, with Nikki being their newest member. Magus proves to be too much for the Golden God to contain and takes over his body. Guided by Mantis, Peter risks his own life by basically wielding the Soul Stone and imprisoning Magus once again. Warlock thanks the Guardians for their help, thus ending the game with a moment of brevity. Peter thinks about how to take care of Nikki as the Guardians set off to handle the next assignment and printing new business cards. Did you know that these business cards are actually available at GameStop, and they're real business cards from the Guardians of the Galaxy? Say, now I'm joking, yo. But did you know that there's also a church of Jack Kirby?
You read the Bible of Jack Kirby?
Yes, I do. I read the Church of Dak Kirby all the time, especially, you know, the Church of the Civil War, my brother. Preach it, my brother. Preach it. That being said, this game gets my Defeationist rating of Beat It. So, when I say beat it, I mean actually go ahead and beat the game. It's actually pretty fun. Going further than that, it's up to you. I'm not telling you what to do, because this shit is actually a pretty good game. You should complete it. Defeat it. Defeat it. And that's it for the first episode, the first inaugural episode of the Defeationist. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys had fun, like we had fun making it. I like to thank the following people, the Completionist, because, you know, obviously he inspired everything, you know, starting here. The Angry Video Game Nerd, of course, you know, kind of what happens when you combine those two, plus add a little bit of Aquaman Game Reviews, because he also inspired me. It's just a channel of inspiration. I'm not doing anything like stealing or copying anything, and if I am, oh well, this is an homage. This is not a thing that I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life anyway. I'm just going to do a lot of games until probably get to like 200, 300, and then I'm going to fucking stop and then just continue on with my life like it's nothing. But again, I'd like to thank you guys for enjoying the video. If you did, you didn't, just let me know in the comments. And of course, let me know if you want to see another game in the future, because the second game is already set. I already set the second game. I'm already starting now. So, let me know if there's any games you want me to do, and any games you would like me to, you know, play. They could be good, they could be bad. They could be a part of my Hall of Fame over here that I've already played and beaten. And I could do a Defeationist episode on them, which is a little different from one of my normal reviews that I used to do in the past. Now, that being said, you guys have the rest of your day.